government's push into Gaza City is a new escalation of the war and will further deepen the humanitarian crisis. Today, I presented a robust package of sanctions of Hamas terrorists, extremist ministers in the Israeli government, and violent settlers and entities supporting the impunity going on in the West Bank. The Commission adopted a proposal to partially suspend trade concessions. Commissioner Šefčovič will update you on the trade details in a minute. And I want to be very clear. The aim is not to punish Israel. The aim is to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza. All member states agree that the situation in Gaza is untenable. The war needs to end. The suffering must stop and all hostages must be released. We must use all the tools we have towards this outcome. We must also not lose sight of the dangerous developments in the West Bank that reduce the viability of a two-state solution.
The proposed suspension targets tariff preferences granted to Israel, encompassing free movement of goods, right of establishment and supply of services, public procurement, competition and intellectual property. In practice, this means that imports from Israel to the EU will lose their preferential access to the EU market, and that these goods will be charged duties at the level applied to any other third countries with whom the EU has no free trade agreement. We regret having to take this step. However, we believe it is both appropriate and proportionate given the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The Council will decide on this measure by qualified majority, while the European Parliament will be duly informed.
Now it's up to the member states to discuss in the Council, which is problematic, as we know, of the lines. But what it shows, really, it shows that the public opinion in all the member states has really shifted. And when we have the discussions, all the member states or representatives, foreign ministers, agree that the situation is untenable. So if we all agree on this, then the question is, what do we do about this? What are the tools in our hands? And that's why we have proposed from our Commission to go with these proposals. If these do not fly, then we can find other things. If we all agree that we need to do additional steps in order to have really change on the ground.
Israel launched its long-threatened ground operation into Gaza City on Tuesday, declaring Gaza is burning. That's as a UN inquiry found Israel.
காசா முனையில் இஸ்ரேல் நடத்திய வான்வழி
يمين 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 بسرعة.
Fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.